through the sleepyhead cliffhanger. Beautifully power sliding past us. This is the key bit. If you want to get the jump right, you have to use the double dipper and carry speed. Yeah, it's called four-wheel drive, so not quite the traction, and we don't expect Robert to be up with the AP4 cars, but there was a solid 20 metres in the BDA Escort, so that's a great effort. Here he is in the Ford Fiesta R5 production car. Yeah, factory built rally car, the R5 Fiesta. A little bit shy on miles these days, but fantastic to see him out. And not shy through the Ineos crossing there. I'll tell you what, he's still there. The Raglan Rally a couple of years ago, was in contention for a podium there until late in the day. Yeah, and that was a solid 25 metres over the jump, so you see him carrying a bit more speed than Robert van Gisbergen as we get down to that vantage switchback. So he was out here a couple of months ago at the media day, little test. Got a bit of a taste for what he was going to be installed. Yeah, though of course. Oh, big sideways from Neil Allhorn. Never shy to throw it around Neil, always been spectacular, aggressive driver. The action replay there, there's a bit of a lift there because the rally stage from the City of Auckland rally yesterday, Neil comes down over the Dart like him flying finish. And I think he realises he's got a little more in it, probably just eased himself into qualifying this morning, and I think you start to see him really trying to get 100% here. Over the jump. Looks like bang on 20 metres to me, budgie. Yep, and that looks a little more committed to me than what he did in the earlier runs this morning. Right out wide through the vantage switchback. We come down past the GBI Kiwi Pond. I guess this is sort of the bonus of the COVID situation, isn't it, Blair, to have guys like that bump there in the 6.5k rally stage. The rope rejoins there, so there's a bit of a lift there, and that's going to be something that's really going to kick guys off and wheels on their toes this afternoon, Dale. Yes, of course, this is only a very small portion of what was used yesterday in the City of Auckland rally, as we see Michael Pickens. This guy's a freak, isn't he? Oh, look, one of New Zealand's most underrated sports people. I mean, Michael Pickens would be right at the pointy end of the world's best speedway drivers. For a guy to basically pass time. He is, as I say, one of New Zealand's most underrated heavy sports people, I think. Just over 20 metres on the jump there, Michael's absolutely flying down towards the vantage switchback. Oh, and he's out in the wide stuff. These are those little mistakes we talked about. In the cut and thrust nature of rally sprinting, that could be the difference between him progressing into the top 16 or putting it on the trailer. Yeah, that's certainly some time lost there. Up on two wheels. Comes down the Lincoln into the southern elbow. Tossed in. He's trying to see Michael Pickens. Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how much time they lose. We saw Darren Kelly a little bit wide out there too, but so we've got Hayden McKenzie on course now, and he's driven just about everything that's got wheels and a couple of things that don't as well. Didn't have a great time this morning. He got caught out in the vantage switchback in his second run, but still set a time that got him into the top 32. Oh, look, I thought he was one of the stars yesterday in the City of Auckland rally. Most of his career to this point has been on tarmac, and he's had a very successful career. Now making the move to gravel, I thought he was superb to be in the top 6, 7 for most of the day yesterday against some really, really good opposition. So, a bit more conservative into the vantage switchback there this time, and he's got through there safely. He'll be down past GBI.Kiwi Pond. Evo's can be misleading, I always think on a tight technical big jump. It's not really a spot we expected to be getting here, but massive flying sideways action. It's as exciting as it gets as he comes through the southern elbow now, and he's down towards that Dale ITM finish. This will be on for, that'll be close to Pickens' time. Yeah, well, that's my responsibility, that one. So here we go, Glenn Inkster now. Former Targa winner, top driver of New Zealand Rally from a number of years ago now. He's been competing in the national championship. he's coming to grips. Of course, he was a former competitor in the 84 class with the Skoda Fabia, and all the suspension and everything is common across the car. So it won't be totally foreign to him, but not totally like slipping on a glove either.
No, I think it was only confirmed that he was going to be driving this car a couple of days ago, Leah, from what he was saying. So
yeah, Friday morning they made the call, prepping a mystery. He's never been much away from the crowd. Got a few of those sorts of guys out there today.
Really looking forward to seeing Jack Hawkswood. Got a big crowd.
Absolutely, and hasn't he been sensational as well? Everyone says he should be quick around here. He's done a few miles, but last
very, very accomplished driver.
And he's been one of a bit of a rally sprint star over the years in the Northern Rally Sprint Series, 3-time champion there, through the Ineos crossing, and up towards the next way up, riding down. And again, one of those things, Dale, that sort of mistake could be the difference.
Oh, absolutely. You know, like 16 drivers, you see him get some good hang time over the jump. But yeah, little mistake is so costly at this point. Earlier this morning, you get away with something like that. It's not going to be the end of the world. You can recover. A mistake like that from this point of the competition on is going to prove extremely costly.
So you see a lot of the soft metal moving off the line to offline, and this is where we saw
the compact surface, I should say, beneath you.
So he's through the southern elbow and he's firing down towards the Dale ICM flying finish to find out how much time he's lost. It looks like it's a bit. Unfortunately, I think that might be
each other.
So he's around the Sleepyhead cliffhanger. He's coming down towards the Ineos crossing.
Local Auckland driver, Maddie Jensen, been competing in the National Championship for a number of years now. Some really good drives back in the last season. Probably went a little unnoticed. He's a guy that was, 2020 promised so much for him, and again another one that's had a season campaign ruined by COVID, unfortunately, but gets an opportunity here, and more than capable of making it through to the top 16 with a good drive.
So that time of Warwick Redfern's a 1:29.737. Unfortunately, that's gonna cost.
And he was another guy primed for a big year in 2020.
So close in that rally challenge last year, just three.
Agonisingly close. Thought he had it when he got to the end of the final stage of the final. That's as cruel as sport gets.
He's over the Auckland mega jump. That's a big jump. It'd been about 28 metres there, I reckon, and down to the vantage switchback. Look at the hang time on the slow-mo replay in the bottom corner there.
Wow. What's the biggest we've seen so far? Obviously wasn't here for the first two runs through this morning, Leah.
Our judges tell us about 30 metres. We've actually got the feed now, so we can...
We keep talking about spectacular shots from above in the drone, the Sky TV drone.
Speeding down towards the ITM flying finish. Across the line. Oh, big jump from Ben Thomas, and he was very...
I think he's planning on entering Cat 1, the New Zealand Rally Championship, the Brian Green Property,
the big time
next year, so look forward to that.
So 26.030 for Ben Thompson as we see Grant Blackberry through the Ineos crossing and up to the Whitford room. Sliding through there, tucks it right in. Down towards the Auckland mega jump. Oh, big jump.
At the moment, Inkster is the quickest that we've seen so far. Glenn Inkster and Hayden McKenzie with Michael Pickens third. Bearing in mind the top 16, once all the competitors have run through, the top 16 remain. The bottom 17 position on to 32 are eliminated.
He fires up towards the southern elbow now. There's been a good, clean, tidy run for Grant. Evo 10. Fully airborne through that fleet there. And over the Dale ITM flying finish.
Given, we're starting to see that now. Pickens as well. A great result for Michael Pickens.
And his biggest rival in the cross cars is Mark Tapper, former Rally Star driver and competitor in the Production World Rally Champion. Man that never leaves his He's spent a bit of time with the Hawkswood and the Force Motorsport crew. Oh, sideways over the jump, solid 25 metres from Mark Tapper in the little cross car. through that vantage switchback, heading down towards GBI.Kiwi Pond, absolutely throwing it in, Mark Tapper. Now this is the crucial one through the cutting. In the cross cars, they've got to carry that speed to get up. Tapper, absolutely maximum commitment, tossed right into the southern elbow. Wow. Possibly a little bit too sideways in there, but man, it's Mark Tapper on a charge. Can't wait to see what the time is here.
This is going to be spectacular, I think, BB. Stephen Barker, another one of the really talented young drivers around New Zealand, come through over the last 10 years or so.
Missed the apex a little bit there through the sleepy head cutting. Cliffhanger though, and he's very committed through the Ineos. Crossing it up. Down towards the Auckland mega jump. Absolutely flat out. Did that make 30 metres down? I think it was pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Down towards the vantage switchback. Oh, up on two wheels. How committed is that from Stephen Barker?
Gee, I think he only just held on to that, BB.
Down past the GBI.Kiwi Pond. Link. Oh, right up on two wheels. He's charging. Can possibly lose a little bit of time there through the southern elbow.
Just go and grab it again, didn't he?
Yeah.
See it, Simon.
Yeah, so like the flying finish, and we'll wait for the time. But that, so 1 second at the moment, 1 second covers the top 6 cars.
Wow. Dylan Thompson now, green Subaru.
Yeah, pretty hard to miss this one, Dylan. Absolutely, now taking on the Redcoat Battle of Jack Bruce. Oh, big jump
on there too.
I think that was about 32 metres. That was a big one as he works his way down towards the vantage switchback. Neat and tidy through there. He is a very smooth driver. Dylan carries the speed well. Sometimes the big sideways spectacular doesn't always look that good on the timesheet. So
it's been very consistent last couple of
Amy Hudson.
How about the Hudson clan? 4 of them on display this weekend. Co-driver seats, various cars.
Yeah, we might get Rocky up here a bit later on for his door action going on, but at the moment we'll watch Dylan and it's way down to start like the flying finish and wait for that time. The Associated Media Days and always happy to help out with those, but he's through the sleepy head cliffhanger. Look at that, cutting right up on the bank as he comes up to the Ineos crossing. Slightly airborne through there and up towards the Williams where he comes
spectacular green and black livery on it as well.
25 metres over the Auckland mega jump there for Kingsley Jones.
Down to this corner that's caught out a number of drivers today, Greg Murphy included.
The vantage switchback. Oh, a little bit wide as he goes down towards the GBI.Kiwi Pond. Down.
In this car, podium finish late last year in the National Championship.
Absolutely, as he works his way down towards the Daylight ITM flying finish. Let's see what sort of time Kingsley's going to produce. Potentially weekend on gravel. Shane Van Gisbergen in the Andrew Sims Mitsubishi Mirage AP4, brand new car from Team Ralliart. First event today. Shane, what a revelation he's been on the gravel.
Oh, superb. Yeah, I mean, that was the drive of the day yesterday without question in the Escort, but this has been something else so far today.
Shane, well, wow, 30 metre mark over the Auckland mega jump there. Working his way down towards the vantage switchback.
That's the biggest we've seen. Without question, that's the biggest jump we have seen today.
Absolutely. Neat and tidy down past GBI.Kiwi Pond, Shane Van Gisbergen. I think he might even have the Jaguar.
Over the supercars after he won the 2016 championship. The roller name described him as the best all-round driver in the world. Hopping at any piece of machinery and driving anything, Shane Van Gisbergen would be better than any other driver on the planet.
Cliffhanger, a little bit of a bump there, tosses it in through the cliffhanger. Bear in mind, Murph's done very little rally driving of late as he heads down towards the Ineos crossing, right off the ground, so there's no lack of commitment there now.
No, Murph will be all down the place in here. As much as he loves the stuff off the track. This is all about right now for Greg Murphy.
Over that awesome mega jump, and that was about 29 metres, just shy of the 30 metre mark as he works his way down to the advantage switchback. This is where he had that issue this morning.
Nice and tidy through there this time round, BB. No problem.
Absolutely. Once bitten, twice shy, I think the saying, isn't it, as he comes down past the GBI.Kiwi pond.
Not sure that Murph got enough credit for...
Oh, big sideways from Greg Murphy through that link.
Break the back.
Right, down towards the JFK Power Sports Southern Link. That was a huge moment for Murph. Will it cost him as he comes down towards the Dale ITM flying finish? 125.9, so that's just the local equivalent developed here by Force Motorsport.
And how good to see the parity between the two as well.
Absolutely, and then we've got the traditional Mitsubishis and Subarus. Regan Ross very committed through the Enios, crossing there and up towards that wicket double tipper.
Darren Galbraith on the crew with him this weekend.
Yeah, Cook somewhat successful in his own right as a driver.
Oh wow, that's
Regan
big.
Ross, 31 metres, down towards the vantage switchback.
Superb from Regan Ross, kind of colder product.
Yeah, got the family up here, wife Tanya and kids Ashton and Michaela, so I believe that they're here having a watch as well.
So he's made the step up to...
Through the link there, but it's, you know, potentially a nice tidy line, certainly using a lot less road than Greg Murphy did in the run before. Now down towards the Dale ITM flying finish. Where do we have the multiple disciplines here?
Absolutely. Not sure we've got updated times just yet for...
Still waiting on that time for Regan Ross. You hear the little 3-cylinder turbo of Joel Giddy as he fires up the hill towards that. These conditions start to chop up a little bit, these UTVs will really come into their own. He'll be absolutely flat over the jump. About 25 metres for Joel Giddy.
It's great to see the parity between the different categories as well, too, Blair. That, you know, these cars are able to mix it with the full-on four-wheel drive rally cars.
Absolutely. It's a very interesting comparison across so many different disciplines of vehicle as he goes down past the GBI, fully off the ground, using all the roads. Joel Giddy. Down towards the Dale ITM flying finish, we'll see what sort of time Joel Giddy can do in the UTV cross car.
Resumption of now the top 16.
Campbell on course, and he has certainly been one of the front runners today.
Great to see Phil back, you know, in the pointy end of the field. He did a disappointing rally down in his home down the Bay of Plenty a few weeks ago, and was a little off the pace to start with yesterday, but he got better and better as the day went on. Was very quick here at Jack's Ridge in the 6-kilometre test, and has been absolutely on pace through the qualifying this morning.
Tell you what, there was nothing disappointing about that effort over the Auckland mega jump. That was well over the 30 metre mark for Phil Campbell. Hops over the lip there at the kink and up through the JFK Town Southern Elbow, down towards the Dale ITM flying finish. Just working on getting these times through for you.
Been on Sol this year, he will be a future NZRC winner at some stage. I have little doubt about that.
Hey, get this, we've got those times through. Phil Campbell, faster than Shane Van Gisbergen at 1:23.3.
Van Gisbergen has been, along with Pat the man, has been here so far this weekend, and a massive performance from Phil Campbell. Still Fiesta.
Oh, a little bit wide through that vantage switchback again. Robbie Stokes, a bit of a mistake there, and is that going to cost him?
Can he hold it together now? That's the other thing too, isn't it?
Up through that JFK Power Sports Southern Elbow, down towards the Dale ITM flying finish. We'll see just how much does that mistake down at the vantage switchback cost Robbie Stokes.
There you go, what's the time say? Yeah, I doubt we're going to see him in the top 16, unfortunately. So,
got New Zealand's fastest female and arguably probably one of New Zealand's fastest rally drivers, Emma Gilmore, in the little Suzuki Swift AC4 car.
A 124.74, so it hasn't really hurt that badly.
Huge jump from Emma Gilmore, 30 plus metres there. She works her way down towards the vantage switchback.
So Stokes good enough for third quickest to this point.
Very tidy through that vantage switchback for Emma.
Now good to see Emma Gilmore back fighting at the front of fields again. Had a dreadful year last year, just
seeing a lot of different approaches to that link. It's becoming a bit of a key point in the retrofit track, isn't it, Dale?
certainly is. Just been caught out there just a touch. It was Emma lay down here, somewhere in the 1-2-4 railing, by the narrowest of margins. I think 0.3 of a second, just edged Emma Gilmore for the final podium spot.
How committed was he through that sleepy cliffhanger and way out wide through the Ineos crossing here. Absolutely. Quite a game there through the wicket. Not unusual for Dylan to be hanging it out a bit. Whoa! What about the next time there? Over the Auckland mega jump, that was big. Down towards that vantage switchback.
Man.
Manages to just tuck it in there. He'll work his way down past the GBI.Kiwi pond. And how does he attack this Auckland cutting? Oh, beautifully done to the ground. Turner. Up through the JFK Power Sports southern elbow and down towards the daylight, the flying finish. What's that time looking like?
This looks good from Dylan Turner. This is going to be fast.
This is going to be fast. The man with a dream, Andrew Hawkswood. Oh, clips the inside through the sleepyhead cliffhanger. Andrew's on a charge. Watch him through the Ineos crossing.
Round of applause, folks, as he comes up over the top of the hill.
Swing it far run from Andrew Hawkswood as he heads down to the Auckland mega jump. Sidewalk into the jump. 30-something metres there for Andrew Hawkswood. That was a big one. Down towards the vantage switchback.
Iconic livery now on that Force Motorsport Mazda.
Yeah, the bright yellow Mazda, you'll never miss it. Potentially scrubbed a little bit of speed going in there, but he follows his way through the JFK Power Sports Southern Link. Just about drives into one of his shipping containers down the back there and over the Dale ITM flying finish. And I think that this is going to be another top time that should see Andrew. Absolutely, these guys have been right on the pace. It's fantastic to see the cross cars, the UTVs, quads, got airfits still to come, you know? All these different varieties of vehicles, and really they're all within the character these people are.
Very versatile driver, Campbell Whitford. See him come up over the Auckland jump.
About 28 metres there for Carl, so he's certainly trying. And of course these UTVs just soak up the bumps.
You can probably handle that a lot better than the four-wheel drive rally cars.
Yeah, not a sideways, quite a different driving style. Neat and tidy for Carl, but this will be just like a motorway for some of the people who travel in the UTV. Around that JFK Power doesn't link down towards the daylight, the flying finish.
It's going to be there or thereabouts too. The R5 Scooters. Sister vehicle, I guess, to the Kingsley Jones one.
And beautiful through the sleepyhead cliffhanger there. He was right tucked in, completely off the ground through the Ineos crossing there and up towards that
A lot of experience in off-road vehicles.
So this jump won't be an issue for him. The Auckland mega jump, how big is it? Oh, a little bit of a funny landing, just shy of the 30 metre mark, but he's certainly on a charge down here into the vantage switchback. Beautifully done through there and on his way down past the GBI.Kiwi pond.
Lovely livery on that Skoda.
Yeah, the gold chrome, very sharp, isn't it? The big black one. Up to that JFK Power Sports Southern Elbow. Now he's just absolutely on the gas down to the Dale ITM flying finish. And I think this will be a
Turner at the LJ Hooker Audi, and now Rana Horan slotting into fourth place.
Matt Summerfield next one on the screen, and the Mitsubishi Mirage 84, and he's charging through that Ineos crossing there. Up towards the wing and Subaru one of the real pace setters of these Mainland Rally Series this year. Oh, big jump, 30 metres for Matt Summerfield.
Usually has Sister Nicole sitting alongside him. She was there with him yesterday at the City Walkman Rally.
Absolutely. I don't know how they do that. My sister and I'd be having arguments, I'm sure. Beautiful. Down past the GVI.Kiwi Pond and into the Auckland cutting. Just used the right amount of road. Hits it into the JFK Power Sports southern elbow. So now he's just hard on the gas, little kick to the right. And over the daylight here, flying finish. Facility together. As he fires through the Sleepyhead cliffhanger there, just picks up the inside bank, works down towards the Ineos crossing there, fully sideways, Jack Hawkswood. Way down towards the Auckland mega jump. 30 metres for Jack Hawkswood. This is looking like a good, clean, tidy run for Jack. Working those Dunlop tyres hard as he works his way down the hill, past the GVI.Kiwi Pond, and into that Auckland cutting. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. Through that southern elbow. What's this going to be for Jack? Hopefully that hasn't cost him too much.
Won't be the time to cope with this year, but new black livery on the Subaru, hydraulic Subaru.
Yeah, sharp looking car, isn't it?
Yeah, looks neat.
Had a big commitment through the Ineos crossing for Ben Hunt.
Horror day yesterday.
Oh, there's a jump for Ben. Down towards the London switchback.
Very rarely makes mistakes, Ben Hunt. He's quick. He doesn't often make errors too. Hyde Pan probably the standout driver at the National Championship the last half.
And it's really nicely done. Down towards that JFK Power Sports southern elbow. Corner looks tidy, looks smooth, very much Ben. Towards that daylight here, flying finish over the jump. Oh, big jump. Through the an absolute freak in the nicest possible way. Look at the way he's hanging on. The active aero working on the bike as he gets on and off the throttle. He is just incredible. That is huge commitment on it. Wow.
This bike built down there in Lakes District, South Island.
He is absolutely flying. Look, 20 odd metres on a quad bike jumping. That is insane, Dale Buck.
That is absolutely insane, alright. Tell you what, there wouldn't be...
Oh, a bit of a moment for him through the vantage switch back there. Just got caught up in a couple of the softer spots and threw him out a little bit wide.
So that's cost him a second or two for sure. See if he can still...
Works his way down towards that JFK Power Sports southern elbow.
Ripping the neck of that thing up the hill to the finish.
3. I think it's going to be about a 26. Now we're into the hill climb beast. This is Sloane Cox. Looks a little bit like a Mitsubishi Evo. None of the underpinnings are like it. It's a custom-built car, actually built by Andrew Hawkswood. Oh, and he's absolutely hanging it out. Oh, Sleepyhead cliffhanger. So, is that a small mistake? Oh, big mistake for Sloane Cox. How much time is that going to cost him?
He'll get a win after that, folks. There is no doubt about that. He is coming there to have a crack at Hayes Patton and anyone else. Hill climb specialist. Super impressive at the Golden 1200 in the South Island earlier this year. Got better and better as that event went on.
Absolutely. He's using the berm through the vantage switch back there. Works his way down past that GVI.Kiwi Pond into the Auckland cutting.
Familiar now pink colour on
Permanently over the leg. Be interesting to see what the time is like here, Dale, but
this is going to be tight.
This is going to be tight for Sloane Cox.
So one of the real contenders, is he going to do enough?
Yeah, I think he has. Oh, wild over that final jump. So we see Hayden Patton now. Bit of a transformation on the AP4 car to AP4 plus spec overnight, so 700 horsepower. Fires through the sleepyhead cliffhanger there.
And this is where a little mistake, and even someone of Hayden's stability.
Run out of the Ineos cliffhanger, 25 metres, but look at the way that car flies, nose up. Awesome aero package on the Hyundai. He works his way into the Vantage switchback, nice and tidy through there, bit of a late apex.
See the replay of the jump on the left of the screen. You're right, nose holding up. Spectacular looking car, always well presented. This event, not sure how much of an advantage it's actually going to be having an additional horsepower, certainly a little bit.
Certainly down towards the Starlight team finish, it's handy, but
that is fast. That is fast time from Hayden Patton.
a 1 minute 20.4. That is